Bonjour, welcome to Miss Lucy's Cajun Classroom. I'm your host, Miss Lucy, and today I'm in Alligator Break, where I'm taking in my alligator and I'm gonna take them boots off of them, then I'm gonna go to the kitchen and we're gonna fix us some alligator sauce piquant chap. See you soon.
The Louisiana Seafood Board is proud to sponsor Miss Lucy's cooking series. Louisiana cooking is known around the world. And Louisiana's main ingredient? Seafood. Brought to you by the crawfish farmers and harvesters of Louisiana, who remind you to please ask for and enjoy Louisiana-grown crawfish.
We'll be cooking a brand new alligator dish today. But first, of course, we have to go catch an alligator because I need a brand new pair of boots to go with this purse.
The alligator has been Louisiana's state reptile since 1983. It lives in waters and lowlands of the state, and a grown male can be over 12 feet long and weigh over 500 pounds. The tail is half of the animal's length. That's where you also get the great meat that I will use in my alligator sauce piquant. The tail helps propel the alligator through the water and is used as a weapon. Hope we find one today and it doesn't use it against us. Today we're out with Kelly Martin and his son, going on an alligator hunt in Madison Parish in northeast Louisiana. Yesterday, Kelly and I went out and put bait in the trees to capture the gator's attention. I hope one of them took the bait so we can capture him. You never know what you'll find when you head out on a gator hunt, but it's always great being out on the water and seeing some of Louisiana's sportsman's paradise. When we got to the place where we had set out the bait, we didn't see anything at first, but soon we laid eyes on a big old gator coming up from the water. Once we spotted him, Kelly killed him, but he was such a big fella that we couldn't get him in the boat. So we decided to hitch him to the back of the boat and bring him back to the landing. Then came the task of getting him on shore and into the truck. It's hard to imagine, but that gator was 10 feet 2 inches long, twice as long as I am tall. I tell you, it was quite a challenge to get that gator. It was exciting and scary at the same time, but I think it will probably be all worthwhile when I get that delicious alligator sauce piquant cooking on my stove. We're so lucky in Louisiana to have such an abundance of seafood and wildlife. You never know what you may find, but I'll guarantee you, if you can find it, I bet a Cajun will be able to figure out a way to cook it and make it taste great.
Oh, wow, that was a tough job getting these boots off of that alligator. Okay, let's cook that cocoa drink. Of course, I've got some oil and I'm sauteing some onions. I'm gonna add some bell pepper to this. This is gonna be so good. Alligator sauce piquant. It's not often you get to cook this at my house because I seldom go alligator hunting. It's really kind of dangerous, you know. I've got some garlic. More garlic, the better it'll taste. Very good. Okay. And you've got some parsley. Okay, we're going to saute all this together and stir it up real good. Saute saute it all together. Of course, the onions have already been sauteed. You want to chop this up really. You don't even have to worry about it being too fine because it's going to cook for a mighty long time. Yes, but it'll be so much worth the wait. Okay. All righty. I think that's sauteed enough. Now to this, I'm going to get some cut up spicy tomatoes. To this. Put my fire a bit higher. Okay. Mix this up. Yeah, good deal. Okay. I'd be careful if I were you when I'd season this because the spicy tomatoes are pretty hot and you don't want to overpower your sauce piquant with pepper. It's really good and spicy, but you still don't need to put too much of the pepper in here. And this is your tomato paste. This acts as a thickening agent also, but it also gives it that more of a tomatoey taste. Okay. Now, this is a very famous dish in South Louisiana, of course, because a lot of people, they have alligator hunts, you know, and they have alligator seasons. And you're allowed to go out there and hunt alligators now because they're being really, a lot of them are being prolific, very abundant. Okay. Now, of course, add your tomato sauce to this. Plop, plop. This. Okay. Now, mix all this together. Beautiful sauce. And guess what? I'm going to serve this over rice when it's done. Yeah. Okay. My next ingredient will be roux. Of course, you don't want too much roux because this roux will just give it another different flavor, and also it adds as a thickening agent also. But we're going to have quite a bit of sauce piquant today, so I'm going to add a pretty good amount of the roux. It'll give it that dark look that you. And the longer you cook this, the better it gets. And you can store this in your fridge for a couple of days, and all those flavors just get stronger and stronger. It enhances it all. Okay. To this, you add your onion tops. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to season my sauce. So remember, I said not too much black pepper, so I'm going to be careful how much black pepper I put in here. I don't want to overpower the alligator taste. Just a little dab. You need a little blend of it, but not too much, okay? Pepper sauce is the same way. Very careful not to put too much, because remember, you can always add, but you can't take away. Righty. Okay. Put this really. Smells good already. Good old sauce piquant is never bad to fix whenever you have company. You can always add more rice to your bowl. Okay, and guess what? Beautiful alligator meat. Yes. So you add your meat to your pot. Now, actually, this is going to have to cook for quite a while because sometimes the alligator meat is pretty tough, and you don't marinate it, so it really takes a while to get the meat tenderized when you're cooking it. Okay. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Beautiful. Man. Now this was all worth that experience we had, and may I say that it was really a wonderful time, but an experience I will never forget. It was great, very, very exciting. Yes. I don't want to go on that kind of trip too often. Okay. Now, add some water. Because actually, as this cooks, It will cook down, so you keep adding water. You boil this all together on a slow boil for, I guess, about 3 hours. And as it thickens, you may need to add a little bit more water because you don't want it to burn. You keep stirring it occasionally. But you know, at the end, you'll have a wonderful gravy. And of course, you just put that over rice and have your good old pie and salad, and it'll just really be great. All righty. Well, while our sauce piquant simmers, I'm going to show you another very special dish. It's called Crawfish Delight. Of course, that's my own version of it. So I start off by simmering some onions here, which we're going to saute the onions and celery and a little bell pepper, of course, Trinity. Little, I said, yeah. A little bit is always a lot at Miss Lucy's kitchen, and I'm going to add the onion tops to this right here. Then I'll add the garlic. Cook all this together, kind of saute it, get all those flavors blend in together. Boy, I tell you, those good old crawfish, Louisiana crawfish, can't be beat when you cook them this way. So you see, you want to just saute your vegetables, and of course you don't have to cook them too long because we're going to be baking this. This is another one of those fabulous casseroles that I love to cook. Now, Mama didn't have casseroles when I was growing up. They hadn't invented those yet. That's been a long time ago. But since then, we have learned how to cut our workforce down and also our work time and cooking time. So actually what we do, you cook this the day before and bake it, and the next day is just wonderful. So after I've sauteed my onions, bell pepper, celery, and onion tops, I'm going to add my beautiful Louisiana crawfish to this. Of course, now, when you have crawfish, you remember that when you keep them in the freezer, and they freeze great. I mean, we can keep these frozen for a whole year. But after you've frozen them for about 3 months, you want to make sure that you rinse them because the fat gets rancid. And that's what really gives the crawfish a sort of a funny taste. I call it a funny taste because it's really not the real authentic crawfish fresh, but you take that rancid fat off of it, and you rinse it real well, and they taste just so good, just like fresh. This is how you mix all this up together. Okay. Yes. Well, that smells good. Nothing like good old crawfish. I love these. I like them boiled too. We always had crawfish balls at my house. Okay, this is chicken broth. You can always add chicken broth to mostly any casserole, and it really helps the flavor of it. I prefer the chicken broth to the beef broth because it's not overpowering like the beef broth may be. Now, some dishes you may need the beef broth, but I like to use the chicken broth. It kind of tones things down, and it adds the liquid that you need in here. Okay, so we're going to cook this. And actually, what I would normally do is cook this for about 10 minutes. But due to time element, we're not going to do that today. Let me add another wonderful ingredient, of course, is your white wine. Wow, very good. And next, I'm going to season this. Of course, salt. Very good. Okay, and the pepper. Lots of pepper. Okay, and hot sauce, Louisiana pepper sauce. Good deal. Can't you about taste this now? Well, wait. The best is yet to come. This is a very special crawfish recipe, remember. Okay, now crawfish draws water, and so you have to remember that. It'll be more soupy after it's cooked. but there's a reason for you having the water in here, okay? Actually, the liquids. So we've got this done. What I'm going to do, turn this off. I'll take it over to the island here. Okay. Get my spoon. Alrighty. Okay. And here in this dish, the baking dish, which I've sprayed with nonstick coating because I don't like to scrub my dishes. It cuts the dishwashing time. I have already battered and fried some eggplants. And these are so really tasty and they go so well with seafood. So actually, you have to do this beforehand because it cuts down on your time. After you've cooked your crawfish, you don't want to have to be doing this. So you do this first, and you put them on an absorbent towel, and then you layer them on absorbent towels, and you put them in the refrigerator, and they hold very well. Very good, too. So then you put your crawfish layer here. Well, let's see now. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous dish? Man. That'll satisfy any tummy. That's really yummy for the tummy. Okay, now to this, I'm going to just sprinkle some cheeses on top. This is the sharp cheddar. You can get them all, and just any of the cheeses that you like. So this goes very well with seafood. And this is your Parmesan cheese. Shredded, of course, fresh. It's always so much better when you have your fresh cheeses, okay? Top this off with cornbread. I've baked an extra one today because I like to eat just a cornbread with this meal. Even though I did cook with it, I just went ahead and baked another one because while you're making cornbread, you just soon go ahead and make two of them, okay? Now, and to this, you go ahead and make another topping, another layer. This will, of course, I'll do it in reverse this time. You can make it any kind of way you want to, actually. This is such a flexible dish. But it's just tasty. Okay, see those pretty crawfish? Very good. Yeah, all those. Okay. Then on top of that, I'm going to add some more of that very delicious eggplants. I just soon use all of these because I love eggplant. Here we go, we're patting again. Okay. I love fried eggplant. I like eggplant mostly anyway, but eggplant just goes along so well with seafood, shrimp, crawfish, crab meat, just any kind of way you want to use it. It's a wonderful vegetable. Cook with it, really goes along with it. All right, good deal. Okay. Yeah. Can't waste that grape juice, you know. Gotta add it to this. Very good. Okay. This, do the same thing. Of course, your cheeses. And wait to serve this. My cameraman's getting hungry too, just looking at it. Alrighty, then we've got the Parmesan. I'm gonna add that. All those good toppings. Very good. Now, last but not least, the cornbread, which we will top it with. Keeps the moisture in. Just puts a little crusty looking top. It's great. Wonderful. This is great to bring to different parties or family affairs, just and picnics. I guess you could refrigerate it and bring it to the picnics. Okay, Then I'm going to bake this at 350, about 30, 40 minutes until your cheeses just melt and blend in. Ooh, so very, very good. Okay. Alrighty. Now, bake that. And I hear my sauce piquant just bubbling away here. Let me check it out. Very good. Almost done now. So, well, now that we've got these two dishes going, I'm going to teach you how to make a very, very quick and easy, but just wonderful pie my mama always made. Well, this was a pie that my mama specialized in. Of course, mama was not a pie baker, and so she found some real quick and easy recipes. And this is the most quickest and easiest pie I have ever seen her make, and very delicious. I've already had condensed milk in here. And what I'm doing, I'm beating up in the condensed milk some pink lemonade. Now, you can use the yellow lemonade, but I chose the pink one today because it was so pretty. Yeah, It's coming together. You beat it up real well. See? Woo. And actually, guess what? That's all there's to it. You just beat it together, set it on the counter, then you take it over to a pie shell that I have already baked. Of course, you know I like to cut corners myself, not just my mama. So I've already done this. Yeah. Okay. Fill it up. Very, very, very good, but you must refrigerate this overnight. It's kind of, really, it kind of gets firmer. And the topping on this is dollops of some whipped topping. It goes very well with this. Beautiful. So good. I wish you could smell this. You get that lemony smell, odor, aroma. Okay, very good. Bring this to the refrigerator, and you refrigerate it overnight. So I happen to have one that I baked yesterday, and see, this is gorgeous. Of course, I didn't use the pink lemonade on this one, but it's just every bit as tasty. So come on, Sha, let's eat this. I've really enjoyed being with you today, and now I want to enjoy one of my letters. Dear Miss Lucy, keep up the good work with the cooking show. Not only is it enchanting to me with the food, since I love to cook, but I also enjoy and find very interesting your trips to different parts of Louisiana and visitations to various business places behind some of the food staples that shape our state's culinary culture. You're a wonderful hostess and a fantastic storyteller. Take care, Chef. From Rena Popiti from Metairie, Louisiana. Thank you, Rena, for sending me this letter, and thank you for joining me today. I hope that you have learned many lessons in Miss Lucy's
The Louisiana Seafood Board is proud to sponsor Miss Lucy's cooking series. Louisiana cooking is known around the world. And Louisiana's main ingredient? Seafood. Brought to you by the crawfish farmers and harvesters of Louisiana, who remind you to please ask for and enjoy Louisiana-grown crawfish. To order Miss Lucy's cookbooks, please send check or money order to the address on your screen, or call toll-free 1-800-257-5829.